Hello everybody, my name is Militsa. I am a professional life and NLP master coach. I help busy professionals, both men and women, to gain clarity and to see, feel and hear what is their greater purpose in life, both in relationship or professional life path. If not yet, please subscribe for my channel and like this video. This helps a lot YouTube to recognize my work, other people such as yourself to tap into my vibe, my energy, and really to take what they need from this video and to apply in their personal, private, professional life. If you want to go a little bit further, you can support me and buy me a coffee. The link is down below. Buy Me a Coffee is a platform for $5 per month. You can become a member of Good Vibes Tribe. Over the membership, you will receive early access to my new YouTube videos, also messages, wisdom. Also, you can ask me whatever questions pop up in your mind. In today's video, we will talk about pregnancy, or what are the most common considering questions you should ask yourself pre-your pregnancy. I'm pregnant, sleeping out will prompt different kind of emotions, hugs, feelings, joyful tears, celebration, toasts, beating up your nails and asking yourself and your partner what we're going to do now, especially if the pregnancy was something that it wasn't planned. This is a huge news, and maybe you as a woman was preparing yourself during the months mentally, but maybe your partner, he needs a little bit more time in order to get in touch with his feelings and really to understand what's going on, need a little time to come into terms with his impending daddyhood. Whether the pregnancy was planned or not, there are always questions which you should consider in preparing yourself for the baby. Of course that it is even better to consider those questions prior pregnancy, but sometimes, you know, things happen, lives happen, so I really hope that today's video will bring you clarity, peace of mind, peace of thought, so you can bring yourself to more pleasurable experience. The first question you should ask yourself is, why do you want to have a child? What is the reason behind? Is it because you feel mature already? Is it because you compare yourself with the people on your age or around you? Is it because you really want the kids in your life? You feel that you learn the most important lessons in your first phase of your life, and right now you're ready to move on, you're ready to guide this child, this soul, on his own path here on this planet Earth. Or you want child because you're feeling lonely and by some reason you just really need something to fill up your emptiness. This is a very important question. Why do you want to have a child? The second important question is this person, the partner with whom we are, with whom I'm living, like in your case you're living, is this the right partner to be a father to my child or to my kids? Will this man make a good father? Think long and hard, firm and rigid on this one. Because if you decide to split with this person, with the father of your kids, for sure you guys will be connected, you will be linked until the rest of your lives. So this question is very, very important. Will this person, what qualities he has which will be beneficial for my kids? Does he is a good example to be followed by? Can I trust him? Does he will be able to put the work which requires from a father figure? Notice how your partner interacts with other kids. Make sure that you observe his actions. Don't assume that he will be different than your kids. What you have from him, the same or similar you will get from your kids as well. Another question which is very similar to number one is, why do I want to have kids now? Like, why now? Why not after 2 years? Why not after 6 months? Why not after 5 years? Why I want to have kids right now? Timing is everything, guys. Planning the pregnancy early on is the best and is the most wise thing you can make for yourself and for your kids. Do you have the external pieces of the puzzle? Assuming that you're in a long-term relationship, does your partner also feeling the same as you having children right now? Does your partner feels that this is the right time for having kids as well? Did you communicate already with your partner? Whether there is no such thing as perfect time for a baby, make sure that wanting a baby is not attached with some kind of a negative reason behind, such as you're feeling lonely, you want to warm up the connection between you and your partner. This one is very common. I really don't understand, I don't get the whole meaning behind we do not connect, we are not in good relationship or communication with our partner, but we'll make a baby because this baby will warm us up and it will be able for us to reconnect the flame the way it was or the way it never was. Well, no, having a baby actually is another thing in the house, right? Make sure that first you clean up the water, make sure that at first you clean up the space, you work it out between you and your partner. Then when the baby comes up, it will be another exercise, it will be another task which you have to deal somehow with. And if you guys do not have pure communication, if you guys experience very often arguments, fights, don't think that appearance of a kid, of a baby, will warm the things up with you. Actually, you have another thing that you should really consider as something important. Make sure that you do not make babies just to save the relationship. You should really be conscious of the choices you make right now, because this baby is another soul, right, which comes on this planet Earth through you. It's not something that belongs to you, it's just you are the person who brings the soul here on earth. It is really super selfish and mean to want from a baby to make us happy. We should be able to find the way to happiness by ourselves, or while working with coach, with NLP coach, while working with trustworthy person who can support our inner journey, not by making a baby. The baby should come, in my mind, when we are to some extent full with ourselves. Of course, while we are on earth, we're still learning, we're still improving. But anyways, you have to be able to have some kind of a solid level of self-awareness, maturity, in order to make it, in order really to understand it. As much as a huge blessing, as much as brings so much colors and, you know, new dynamic in the relationship. The house actually become home when we have family, when we have kids there. However, we should not make babies just for the sake to feel happy again. We first should learn how to be happy by ourselves with our partner, and then when we reach this happiness, then we can upgrade with a baby. Another question you should consider asking yourself is this the right place to raise a baby? I know that this is another external piece from the puzzle which is very important in my mind. Maybe you don't have right now your own house, your own apartment, maybe you're living on rent. This is completely fine, no judge here at all. If your living situation is not ideal, make sure that you have plan step by step, or at least like few months ahead, how you can change your environment in order to feel better, in order to feel more harmonious. Because when the kids come, we know that life changed drastically and we have to be ready for this change, right? The next question you should ask yourself: have you been accomplished what you want to accomplish as an individual or as couple in your relationship dynamic? Sure, I'm not saying here that you never have your me time or us time between you and your partner, but for sure, let's be honest and let's be real, when the baby comes, for sure you have very limited time, especially in the first 2 years when you have to create habits, when you have to be as mom, your time and attention will be always in your baby, and here is the moment where you should communicate with your partner in order he to not feel ignored and not taken care of. If you have some major goals you want to accomplish that might take lots of time, maybe it's good to consider first to accomplish them and then to think about having a baby. And the last question which you should ask yourself considering having a baby is, do you have enough support from family when the baby comes? Do you have family who will be there for you when you need somebody to help you? If not, what steps can you take in order to find this external help? And here in this question you can also ask yourself, for example, if you're with a person who is a foreigner, you guys are from two different countries and you live in third one, maybe you don't have grandparents around you. And right now, guys, I know that many of us, including me, maybe you don't like somebody else to interfere in your connection, whether it will be your partner parents or maybe your own parents, because we all know that when we have that external person in our environment, especially if this is somebody who is, let's say, 30 years or 40 years older than us and they have their own experience, but you know, we live in different times and so many stuff are changing in regards with child upbringing, like first days of taking care of, then food, then breastfeeding, like all these stuff, they're changing, and it is annoying somebody to be next to you and like to interfere in your connection, in your approach with the kids. Like those small stuffs we often do not pay attention and we just jump into the support. We are craving the help, the external help, because lack sleep or we don't have enough time to really spend with our partner, with our husband, and we just pray for somebody to come and to take care of the kid, of the baby, which again, it's maybe something you should consider as, you know, having a good financial flow, at least at the first few months where you need somebody to help you with the home, with, you know, cleaning the house, maybe cooking, those kind of stuff. At least in my mind, I'm kind of a person that I could outsource maybe the home work, like cleaning, cooking, all those stuff which are part of the chores, rather to, you know, somebody to take care of my kid, because we all know that the babies, they need their mama, especially the first few months, also the 1 year, like they want to be with you, they need you, and this is, you know, a wonderful experience with you, between you, your partner, the baby, and stuff which can be outsourced. They do not need that much of your attention is all the external noise around you, whether it's cleaning, cooking, you know, those kind of stuff. So in my mind, the best approach is no interference of any grandpa, grandma, older sisters or older younger brothers, whoever. Of course they can come, they can support you, but not in a way that they mess around and they, you know, bring unnecessary noise in your anyway dynamic day. Whole uncertainty which is around you, the new experience you experience, the new dynamic with baby, you and your partner still get used to the day-to-day life with the newborn, you know, it's a full house of emotions and new experiences. Although I've never have a child before, maybe you would be, oh Millie, you're very, you know, pro in the topic. This is why, because when I was a kid, like not really kid, but let's say teenager, my cousin was very small. He was just born when I was, I think, 15 or 16 years old, somewhere. I was taking care of him a lot, and then before him I also taking care of another baby. We were neighbors, they were living next to us, they are still living next to us in Bulgaria, and I was babysitting a lot. And maybe this is why I'm not that much in a hurry to having a kids, because I've already experienced the dynamic, even though it wasn't from a, you know, mother point of view, which for sure is another world. It requires much more effort, much more time, dedication and attention, but still it's a way that I experience what it is to have a baby, and it's not an easy task for sure. So this is why better be wise, better think few times, make sure that you have a good financial flow in order to welcome the baby. There will be moments when we will need to save more, we will need to say no to specific things in order to meet another financial expenses, but this is fine. That's why you have partner next to you in order you guys together to find a way the things to work out in the most harmonious approach. You just need to make sure that you're ready for the added expenses which eventually will come with the appearance of the baby. Well guys, I really hope that today's video brings you clarity, peace of mind, you learn something new or you hear another point of view. Subscribe for my channel, like this video, spread the love, wisdom and truth all around the world, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye guys!